over $600 trillion was brought in, but a significant amount of XRP was destroyed. The ISO 222 payment method also uses XRP. 24 hours from now, everything will be over. The XRP ledger and trade volume have really increased by over $33 million in the last 60 seconds. All of the skeptics were proven incorrect. During the past day, XRP's price has increased by more than 50% and broken $31. This will happen over the course of the next 12 to 24 hours for two main reasons. The ISO payment mechanism will launch first. More than 11,000 banks from around the globe are part of this system. Bring XRP in. The XRP system will thereafter become extremely heavy in a few days as more over $650 trillion is added to it. However, the reality is that we have only just begun. 10.74 billion transactions were made in the past 24 hours, a 49% increase. The ISA 222 link brings Ripple XRP one step closer to global adoption. According to Pritchette, the creator of XRP that can be used anywhere in the world will cost more than $10,000 because that's what it was made for. The dates seem to be approaching quickly. It appears that it might occur within a few days. As we discuss how $10,000 will be raised for XRP, we also invited viewers to vote on whether or not to give out free XRP to everyone who watches this video. This money is yours to keep. Simply like, subscribe, and share the film. Then, to make a purchase and register for a hole, click the link in the description. You can finish everything in 5 minutes. To reiterate, you are not charged for the money. In just 5 days, you might earn anything from $1,000 to $200,000 if XRP rises above $10,000. Minutes. Prepare to receive XRP for free once more. Now that we have finished it, let's watch a movie. The cryptocurrency market is poised to explode, with a market value of $38 trillion and a price of roughly $122,000. But XRP is nearly as popular as Ethereum and is receiving a lot of attention. Over 100 banks do not use XRP to transfer money internationally and do not collaborate with Ripple. The CEO of Ripple disclosed this. Today, the ISO 222 financial system now includes XRP. 24 hours after the scheduled time. This is significant since more than 11,000 institutions will be connected by the ISO 222 banking system, which also includes a SWIFT network link. It will all be powered by XRP. SWIFT is also an essential component of the Fed wire system and ISO 222. All of the payment mechanisms used by the Federal Reserve, the U.S. Treasury, and the federal government are combined into the Fed wire system. All of these systems must be compatible with the ISO 222 system, which now incorporates XRPs. Can you imagine XRPs on that size allowing money to move both within the Federal Reserve and outside of the United States? The U.S. government or Bank of Japan, as well as in over 11,000 banks worldwide. It would be impossible to prevent. When Arthur Bertus spoke XRPs globally, I believe he meant this. He also stated unequivocally that XRP will then cost $10,000. In reality, what does that teach us? For the next 24 hours, you should refrain from selling your XRP. Avoid doing that. Rather, observe what will transpire, as it will rapidly expand. This is not financial advice, and you are not an expert in finance. Every time, you must do your own research. Remember that. That's not all, though. The ISA 222 box isn't the only one. Tens of thousands of dollars will be spent on each XRP for this significant transaction. However, this is not the first time it has occurred. In front of Rice, a massive event is happening. I lost about $3 in XRP in a 12-hour period. Furthermore, they decided to distribute a large amount of it. Everyone who sees this film will receive more than $1,000 if XRP rises to $4 in the coming day. Now is your moment. Discuss it and spread the word. That's not the purpose, though. The argument is that people can earn millions of dollars in this new technological era. This is a critical moment in the following 12, 24, or 2 weeks. This month will be crucial since you need to focus on this right now. A staggering 10%. The supply of the XRP Ledger Rail token is soon to run out. This is crucial. In other words, Step 1 burns 10% of their shares. Currently, Phase 1 has roughly 65 million tokens in circulation, which is again very little. The 10% is currently being completed. More significant is the fact that the train token is backed by the actual 5. RioFi intends to incorporate the $654.39 trillion global real estate sector into the XRP approach. Additionally, they promise to execute something significant on July 21st, which is quickly approaching. Indeed, this time the actual? On July 15th, the token burn will take place in a day. This is significant because it raises a topic we have discussed extensively on this channel and the XRP system: how significant the changes will be once XRP is taken into consideration. The RioFi team is preparing for a moment when both XRP and the real coin will be impacted by a high volume of transactions and possible market volatility. What does this actually mean, though? It indicates that XRP's price may increase significantly, or that there may be another issue driving up the price. This holds true for both XRP and actual currency. We calculated that, with $650 trillion invested, XRP's actual battle might cause its price to reach $11,898. What if actual tokens were created from 1% of the $650 trillion market value? It would be worth more than $65,000 and go through the roof. This isn't just what I say, see for yourself. The statement that the company's worth could increase by $5 trillion overnight made a lot of sense. Imagine what would happen if the $650 trillion global real estate market entered the accept record and the combat team used actual tokens. For every actual token created on the accept, this might occur over 65,000 times, or $64,500. Ledger throughout night. This might be 100,000 times. Like me, you can pack your baggage. I have more than 401,000 fans, and this is the genuine Jack. In other words, you can trust this man. But consider the size of it. The actual ticket cost nearly 2 cents, or over $65,000. A legitimate ticket vendor will earn a substantial income. Millions or maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars still need to be raised. What is it? You may create. $100,000 is greater than $1 million. We are referring to this size. To reiterate, I am not very knowledgeable in business. We're enjoying ourselves. You should always conduct your own research if you wish to understand more about money. You ought to consider these things. Because you can earn a lot of money, this is the ideal time to study. I just have one thing to say: search. Keep an eye on the XRP platform and its related initiatives, like as tokenization projects, payment tokens, and real